From Mississippi. Thank you, Ranking Member Thompson, and other members of the committee that opening statements may be submitted for the record. And now I would like to welcome our first panel, the gentleman from Michigan, the Dean of the House, Congressman John Dingell, the gentleman from Minnesota, Congressman Keith Ellison, and the gentleman from Virginia, Congressman Wolf. And as I don't have to tell any of you, you know your entire written statements will appear in the record. I would ask you to try to summarize your statements at this time. And now it is my privilege to ask Chairman Dingell to begin his testimony. Thank you, John. Chairman, I think your microphone is.
And I thank you and the ranking member, Mr. Thompson, for your courtesy and that, and also the members of the committee for your kindness to me. This is a hearing which has great potential, and I'm very hopeful that under your leadership and with the cooperation of the members of the committee that good results will have been achieved. And there is reason for us to go into this question of risk to our nation, and that is, of course, one of the assigned businesses of this particular committee. For the record, I'm John Dingell, member of Congress from Michigan's 15th Congressional District. As you mentioned, I'm the Dean of the House. I have engaged in the practice of being chair of committees for many years, and also in running investigative committees. I represent a very polyglot and diverse congressional district in which we have all races, religions, and all parts of the world society represented. I represent a very fine community of Muslim Americans, and I'm here to tell you something which you know, and that is they are loyal, decent, honorable Americans. They hold elective office. They have immigrated to our state from all parts of the Middle East. They're Lebanese, Yemeni, Palestinian, Iraqi, Egyptians, amongst others, Iranians, and they come from all parts of the world. Muslim Americans are honorable citizens, loyal Americans, and they're as much distressed as we are about what it is we see going on. They are, as I mentioned, not only ordinary citizens, but professionals, elected officials, members of the state legislature, people who sit on the courts as judges, and persons who hold other high offices in our society. They are almost without exception honorable, loyal citizens, and as I've indicated, they are distressed as much as we are about the behavior of Al-Qaeda and other threats to their nation as we are to sharing their concerns about what is of danger to our nation. As I mentioned, for years I ran investigative committees. I kept a picture of Joe McCarthy hanging on the wall so that I would know what it was I did not want to look like, to do, or to be. And I believe that this committee, going into these matters wisely, carefully, and well, can achieve a fine result of alerting the nation to the real concern. I would beg you, Mr. Chairman, and the members of the committee to do what I know you are fully intent upon doing, and that is to see to it that as we go into these matters, we do not blot the good name or the loyalty or raise questions about the decency of Arabs or Muslims or other Americans en masse. There will be plenty of rascals that we can point at and say, these are real dangers to the nation that we love and that we serve. I want to tell you how much I appreciate your courtesy in permitting me to be here this morning, and I know that you will see to it, Mr. Chairman, and the members of the committee, that we address the problems that we confront in terms of our national security in a fair, decent, thoughtful, and honorable fashion. And I am prepared to leave then this high responsibility to you and with the assurances of my good wishes and support, and again the hope that people will understand that the purposes of this hearing should be to find where there is wrongdoing, danger, and risk to our country, while at the same time not raising threats about the loyalty or the patriotism of important branches of our society who are as loyal, decent, and good